Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in day 30 of AWS series, today we are going to cover AWS ECR. So ECR stands for Elastic Container Registry, and also we will cover a latest feature which will got introduced in 2025 as well. So what is AWS ECR? So AWS ECR is a fully managed Docker Container Registry service provided by AWS. So in short form, AWS ECR is generally used to store our Docker images and OCI images. OCI stands for Open Container Initiative images. And we have two types of ECR which we will get as part of ECR services. The first is private registry and second is public registry. So private registries basically is generally, or I would say most of the times we will use a private registries only, and public registries we use if we have to share a Docker image publicly. Like Docker Hub is a public registry. We can also create a private registry in Docker Hub as well. So each private registry or each AWS accounts get a default private registry in every region. So what does it mean basically? So this particular part you will see remains same as part of each AWS account. Just this AWS account ID will be changed, and rest all the fields like this particular fields will remain same. And here after that you can mention your namespace or repository name. So this ID will be changed. Rest all the fields will remain same. Similarly for public registry, we will get alias. So this particular part will remain same, and the registry's alias will be changed, and your repository name which you will specify. Okay, so now we will see how we can authenticate and access our ECR registry or ECR container, Elastic Container Registry. So for that, first thing we have to add IAM roles or policies to securely access our ECR. Then how we can authenticate or how we can access it. So for that we have to run this particular command. So let me explain this particular command here. So the first part, which is AWS ECR get -login password and --region. So this particular part basically fetch the authentication token. In short, we can say a password from your Amazon ECR. And this token you have to keep in mind, it's a short-lived token. Like this token will be valid maybe for 12 hours something. So this part basically, from this part you will get a password or token to authenticate your AWS ECR, and then you will use this pipe symbol. This generally used to, like, whatever the output we get from the first command, with the help of pipe we can insert that output as an input for next command. So this particular command basically will use to access our ECR registry. So the username will remain same like AWS. The password value will be changed. So password will be stored in stdin. Whatever the token we will get from here, that will be stored as part of this particular value. And this is the your ECR URL. So you will see this part will remain same, only the region will change here, like whatever the region you are going to use for your ECR, and the account ID. These two parameters or fields will be changed, rest all will be remain same. Now let's talk about policies which we have to attach as part of IAM user or roles, so we can access our ECR. So first we will discuss about a public ECR. If we are going to use, for example, a public ECR, so in that case there are three policies available which you can attach as part of your IAM user. So the very first is Amazon Elastic Container Registry public read only. So this basically grant a read only access to your ECR, or through a user who is going to access your Elastic Container Registry. Second, we have a public power user, which basically grant you a read and write permissions. And third, we have a full access. It means a administrator level privilege we will get if we will add or attach this policy to the IAM user. Now let's talk about a private ECR. So as part of private ECR, we will have again three policies. So the first is Amazon EC2 Container Registry. These part will remain same, and the last fields will again change, like read only, power user, and full access. So read only again grant you a read only access to your ECR. Power user basically grant access to read and write, basically push and pull your Docker images to ECR, and full access provide you administrator level privilege. So these three policies we will get as part of private ECR. Because without these policies, the user who is going to access your ECR cannot do anything. So we have to attach one of the policies based on the requirement. Now let's talk about the features. So these features are available at registry level, not repository level. So very first is scan or push. So this generally used to find a vulnerability during your image push. When you push an image from your local system to your ECR, that time it basically scan your image. If it find any vulnerabilities, then it will take a preventive action as well. Second, we have a immutable tags. So this generally we use to avoid overwrite existing images. That's why we use a tag. So we, like, if we already have an image with same name and we are pushing again a new image with same name, then it will overwrite. So we use a immutable tags so the existing image will not be overwrite. Then we have a lifecycle policies. This is generally used to auto delete old images. Like instead of doing a manually, you can set up a lifecycle policies which will automatically delete old images based on the duration which you have defined. Another, we have our replications. So the applications generally used to copy images across AWS regions or accounts automatically. Then we have a pull through cache. So now ECR can now cache images from public Docker Hub or other ECR registries as well. So what it does basically, it will speed up the access and reduce the external pull. So it will cache your images. Then we have a dual stack endpoint. So this is the latest features or latest features basically which is included. So now ECR can support both IP address IPv4 and IPv6 as well. Another feature which got introduced, pull through cache between private ECR, which is introduced in March 2025 as well. So these are the features which I would say these two features latestly introduced as part of your AWS ECR. And so that's all for today. In next video, we will do a demonstration how we can access or our ECR from using AWS CLI, and then we will build a sample image, Docker image, and we will push that image to Docker registry. So that's all for today. See you next video. Thank you so much.